Movie Memories. Brought to you by dantheartman.com. Episode 7 by J.R. Murdock. I haven't always been a cynic when it comes to movies. Honest. I know I've posted many critical movie reviews and I have a tendency to tear apart movies, but I really like watching them, even the bad ones. Honest. The first movie I saw in a theater was in Tamarack, Minnesota, some 20 miles away from where I lived, when I was, 6? My memory as a kid can be foggy, but I do remember sitting on basically concrete steps, like it was some ancient theater. Yes, others had seats. And the movie was projected on a mostly white brick wall over there. Yes, some theaters had screens. Needless to say, the theater wasn't much of a theater, but there was popcorn and a movie. We saw The Jungle Book. No, I'm not that old. It was a reshowing of the original. Sure, I'd seen it on the small screen many times. I'd seen a lot of movies. I loved watching movies. Once I saw something on the big screen, I was shocked. It was great. The second movie I saw in Aitkin, Minnesota, some 40 miles away, a few years later. Yes, going to the movies was an event. We got all dressed up and headed over. It was quite a drive, nearly an hour, and we got there early to make sure we got good seats. I didn't even know what movie we were there to see. I don't recall the previews. What I do remember was the words crawling up the screen. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Yes, this was in the days long before OMG was a thought. It was The Empire Strikes Back. I had seen Star Wars many, many times on television and was so excited to see the sequel. I think I actually started bouncing in my seat as I ate my popcorn and drank my soda and chewed my red vines. Not all at the same time, mind you. I sat mesmerized by the visions on the screen, the massive explosions, the bright lights, the music. Quick aside, nearly all of my viewing up to that point was poor due to my need for glasses that I didn't have. Once I had glasses, watching things became completely different. Still, everything I saw was on a tiny TV that got a lot of static due to our location just next door to the middle of nowhere. To see Star Wars in such huge clarity with sound I didn't have to strain to listen to, and no commercials? No commercials? No commercials? No. I had to excuse myself when I was certain it was a slow point in the movie. I ran as fast as I could, trying not to trip as I walked backwards up the aisle. I did my business as quickly as I could and got back to the movie. No! How did Luke escape? What happened? What did I miss? Shh! Yes, I've seen The Empire Strikes Back many, many times since. I burned out my videotapes I had of them and had to buy new copies. I have them on DVD, but I doubt I'll get the Blu-ray. To this day, I still have not seen The Empire Strikes Back without interruption. Be it a phone call, a bathroom break, a knock at the door, it's like life knows I'm watching this movie. Even when I went to the theater to see the updated versions, The Empire Strikes Back had something wrong with the playback, and the movie cut in the middle, and we had to wait 10 minutes for it to restart. I even joked with my friend that something will happen. Sure enough, fate intervened. I have seen a lot of movies over the years in a lot of different theaters. Yes, I'm cynical and critical of the movies I see. That doesn't mean I don't enjoy the experiences of buying my popcorn, my soda, my red vines, and taking my seat with the hopeful anticipation that I'll be entertained for the next 1.5 to 3+ hours. I doubt I'll ever stop seeing movies. I think I'll throw in The Empire Strikes Back and see what interrupts me this time. J.R. Murdock is an avid reader of almost anything he can get his hands on. That being said, he also writes with near reckless abandon in any and every genre. His style is intended for pure entertainment. Over the years, he's written 9 novels and over 100 short stories. Only a few short stories have seen print, in actual print and on the web, so he's decided to throw his hat into the podcasting arena with his novel, V&A Shipping, one of my favorites on Podiobooks, by the way. Since then, he has also podcast his novel, Billy Barbarian, and released his YA novel, Estelle Chosen. Not to mention the great short stories he's podcast in his Murdockian Tales series. Find out more at jrmurdock.com. Also from J.R. Murdock, look for the Action Pack Podcast at actionpackpodcast.com. There he'll be spinning a serial western steampunk tale called Golden West. The podcast and ebook formats drop once a month starting this February. When not writing like a madman, J.R. Murdock does have a day job as a computer programmer and loves to spend time with his lovely wife and beautiful daughter. Jay, thanks for that awesome guest blog post, man. That was really cool. And I wish that I had seen the movies in theaters when I was a kid. I do remember for the first time seeing one of the movies in one of my friends' basements. Their parents were watching it. And just thinking, what is this? This is so cool. And, you know, whenever those movies came out in the theaters as the new versions, I definitely went to go see them. And all the new ones. By the way, I just found out a couple days ago that for like $4.05 billion, Disney has bought Star Wars and LucasArts and everything, including the Indiana Jones franchise. So Disney is going to release Star Wars Episodes 7, 8, and 9. So all of us, dear friends, will have the wonderful opportunity to go see new Star Wars movies in the theaters once again. I am really excited. Thanks again to Jay for that awesome guest post. Check out all of his great stuff. It's one of my favorite Podiobooks authors, and I've had the distinct privilege of being the artist for some of his books. Come on back Friday for another awesome guest blog post on movie memories. Today is November 1st, which means NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month, has started. Write 1,667 words a day or more so you can have a buffer, and try and get 50,000 words in the month of November. I'm doing it. You can click a button on the right-hand side of my site to become my writing buddy. And if you've never done it before, I highly recommend it. It's really fun, and it helps you to crank out a lot of words during the month of November. Until next time, we'll see you at the movies. This podcast is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivative Works 3.0 International License. Sounds for the intro and outro are from the Free Sound Project at freesound.org.